good morning, YouTube viewers, good morning, Facebook Nation, good morning to all people, all colors, all races, all languages around the world, men, women, children. May you have the best day humanly possible, and for whatever goal that you have set forth for this day, as long as it benefits all of humanity, may those goals come to fruition. And good morning. Well, the laws of nature govern existence. Beautiful topic, because what it explains is how your light interacts directly with nature. I did part 3. We're doing part 4 today, which is pure light. But I did part 3, and the video was pulled from one area, but I still have the video for those who, I was able to, send it out to. I send that video to you directly. So then again, nothing is going to stop the message, because everybody who has pure light is saying the same thing. And today we're going to discuss how to discern pure light, that not everybody can have it, and why it's beneficial for all of us to try to come in, to try to reach pure light. And in this topic of pure light, what you're going to see on the screens beside me is you're going to see throughout history where religions, every religion from the beginning of time all the way through, believed in something from out there. But we go through life, and a part of only attaining a certain light blocks you from that understanding. And once you have that understanding and you understand how things work, it makes things easier, and it actually puts you in real time. So what you're seeing is the history of religion and belief systems from all corners of the earth, and what people believe even to this present day. It's still something that came from out there, created all this, but yet and still we don't think that it exists because we can't see it. Well, maybe that's the greatest deception. Maybe we can see it, but our eyes are just not open to it until we reach pure light. So also, we're taking you into 2020, 2021, which is something I said last year, that every record was going to be shattered, whether it's storms, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, fires, murder, crime, hate, everything, all-time high. And this is what pure light does. This is why people who have pure light, they're coming from different walks of life, different belief systems. We're going to discuss that also. That most of us don't even know one another. And then we have to say, was whoever created this earth put something on this earth that was a fail-safe, that at a certain time people would wake up and be drawn to their calling. There's one creator who, I've just started to get into to watch, and she goes by the name of Queen. And one of the things she said that hit home with me, and I'm hearing it from other content creators too, is that we never started out saying, hey, I want to be on YouTube, hey, I want it to all be about money. And there's a guy, a really good guy. He has a religious channel and he has a sports channel. And I'm hearing all these different things where they're coming and they're saying, it's not about money, but it's about education. They have to share this knowledge that we have, and don't want anything from it. And that's one of the keys, like I said, for the people who were on my channel, that I didn't want this to be something where it would be for abuse. If you're really true to what it is that you want, then some of these things you can use to help enhance the light, the realization of self in you, and the belief and the confidence in you, to say that we can all stand together, but we all have to wake up in order to stand. We have to know what we're up against in order to make change. So I put all those, for 2020, all those statistics you're going to just see. So let's talk about pure light, all right? First of all, pure light is invisible. Let me repeat this. Pure light is invisible. The reason I say this is because when you reach pure light, you have tapped into true self, your pure essence of who you actually are. You become aware. You know who you are without doubt. And that is like the greatest confidence, but it's not a boastful thing or a prideful thing. When you come into pure light and you understand self, everything about you changes. That's how you know that you have it. It's not that born again type feeling or anything. You just know who you are. You don't fear anything, because you understand how things work. So this is why it's invisible. Remember, I spoke in my last video, and I talked about Tesla, where he was talking about the numbers 3, 6, and 9, which is consciousness, the higher consciousness that brings you into that fifth dimensional realm of seeing everything around you, because your eyes are open. So the reason I say this is because when you know that you have reached pure light, everything, anything, and all becomes insignificant to you, because you are now tapped into the source. So any and everything becomes insignificant to you. meaning that, you know, it's almost like a picture. You see beyond the picture. If you see a picture on the wall, some people say, oh, that's a nice painting. But not only do you see the painting, you see the paint, you see how it's made, you get a mindset of, you know, what was the process that went into this painting, you know, how many people were involved in it. So you take on the full essence of everything that it is you see. You understand the 360 degrees of information that surrounds it. So this is why small things become insignificant. And I'll use this in another example in a second. So, number one, pure light answers every question. It stands in fight or flight. So this is that awareness. You have the answers. So you're not afraid to, you know, debate with anyone. You have those answers. So pure light, the difference between pure light and true light is pure light wants the best for all people. It doesn't see color, because now you're seeing pure consciousness. When you understand that all of mankind, humankind, is consciousness. We're all part of the God mind, all part of a universe that interacts and works with one another. I know that was kind of deep, but we're going to keep on going, because pure light is deep, and you need to know if you have it. So pure light doesn't choose you based on your religion. It doesn't choose you by your belief system. It doesn't choose you by political party. It doesn't choose you by a cause. It doesn't choose you by your race or your nationality or country. Pure light doesn't do that. Pure light is just pure information. Once again, it's all part of one system that makes up this universe and everything in it. Just like a car, you have to have certain parts in order to make a car run. And we are part of a bigger machine, and we have to understand that we are part of a bigger machine, because we have to work within that bigger machine. Right now, humanity is throwing nails inside the wheel, and it's just tearing up the system. So, you know, when we come into consciousness, we see that these nails are being thrown into the machine. So we remove ourselves. That's one less nail going into that machine to spin it and to tear it apart, because now you separated yourself. In religions, we hear it where they say that the road is wide for everyone who thinks that they're on the right path, but the road is narrow because not many people want to walk down it, because it's a lonely road. Now you understand what we're up against as far as being and surviving in this universe and on this earth. So, number two, most people begin their journey this way, and they're in it for good. So number two is true light. True light anyone can attain. Even the greatest of con artists can gain true light. True light is gained once you have an awareness of yourself and you want to do good. So you reach true light. But see, once you reach true light, there's the choice that is given. And what do they say? That contract with the devil? That's the only way. Some people sign that contract even before. We're going to explain those individuals also, because it's 3 categories. So true light is for people who, you know, who say, you know what, I want to be a doctor so I can save the world, or I want to be a policeman so I can, you know, bring justice and order to, you know, to help out my community and my place of residence, or the world if you're military. So they start out with the right intention, but then there's a choice that is given, and 9 out of 10 times it's money or it's power to use violence, or it's money to make people bend to your will, or put people in a situation where they have to rely on you. So it's a when you come into true light, it's a God complex. So this is how the higher power that is pure light decides where you'll be brought to, because a person with pure light will operate even if they accepted money, or even if they've accepted power. When they come to this awareness and they know that they're being changed and called into pure light, they no longer feel that way. A lot of people walk away from their jobs. They call it that moment of realization. We've all had it. So a lot of us just have it and we say, well, we'll just stay on the fence. We're not going to make a choice. That's the average person. But then for people in true light, you say, well, there's people who take political power. We see it in political arenas where, you know, they use the people and you know, rob the people. And we see it in relationships where, you know, it's the bond of marriage, the bond of trust, the bond of love. But then you have, you know, manipulation, brainwashing, scheming. So, you know, instead of taking the choice to come into pure light, there's always a place that says, hey, you know, you can have it better here. Hey, listen to me. And, you know, so these are people who come into true light, but they made a choice to take it in the wrong direction. So now they're putting a negative energy over mankind or humankind. So, true light. People who achieve true light is obtained by desire and passion. Number one, the desire to come into self. The passion that something greater becomes your purpose. Non-physical, non-material, non-wealth, non-fame. Because true light operates beyond money. See, once again, where I said, how a person would get into something, for the greater good, not for money. Some people would get into those same professions and do it for free, for those who have pure light, who really, really want to make a change. But true light can be attained. Excuse me, true light can be attained. So, today's quote is from the Matrix, and I think that this quote defines the state of consciousness in which we are in today. We, meaning humanity, know something to be wrong in our reality, because no race of people have or has attained comfort, peace, security in this existence, not only in the past, but even up to the present day. So this quote is fitting, and I quote, "You move to an area or environment, and you multiply and multiply until every natural resource is consumed, and the only way you can survive is to spread to another area or environment." There's another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus. So this is what we do. This is what we become. There's a negative virus that has been put on this earth, and that virus is at an all-time high, and the frequency of that virus is going out of control. So, in my other videos I say where, you've been told, you can't take the world's problems and put them on your shoulders. You have to, because you're part of that machine. Your children are part of that machine. Your relatives are a part of that machine. The people you work with are part of that machine. Every human on the face of this earth is a part of one machine. Nobody is separate. And the reason we have so many problems is because pure light tells you nothing is separate. Everything is one. And that's why, I have to support so many people that, that are speaking this, and they are saying, hey, there's something wrong out here, and we need to put all this aside, because at the end of the day, we're all being played against one another. So, yes, that virus is real, and that virus is humankind. So, people who are now, and this is pure light again, people who are now operating on pure light are all being drawn to love, peace, knowledge, understanding, via VIA, via wisdom. They know that only a few will hear them. Many will follow, but few will hear them. Because the road traveled by people who walk with pure light, well, they're on a higher dimension. We talk about that fifth dimension. So these people, they operate through vibration and pure energy. Something many have achieved who has figured out the system or program, using it for privilege, wealth, hate, and fear and manipulation. So when these people have gone beyond true light, like I said, some people are in true light, so they understand how pure light works, but it's not in them physically, and it's not in their consciousness. They can't attain it, but they know how it works, and this is where we are getting, where so many problems come from. We wonder why things happen. It's like, hey, well, years ago, we bailed out the banks, so the economy should be better. Or we gave tax breaks to these big corporations because they hire more people, and it makes the economy, it makes the world a better place. So we passed this law because it makes it better for a certain group of people. Everything, none of it works. None of it works. And I say it to her blue in the face. Just look at what's going on in the world. And for those who are not aware, there is a salmonella outbreak that is going on. They don't even understand where this thing started. So, when we think that, that we can sit back and not take the world on our shoulders, we have to be thankful that people are out there with pure light, that people are out there explaining, what's going on in this world and what's taking place, because it's undeniable. These things are happening. They don't change. And so, unless we, focus on trying to make these things change, these records, these numbers, these statistics that you're seeing, they can only get worse. So, it's time for us to wake up now. But then again, no, we're all born with pure light. We just have to tap into that light. And that light is tapped into by wanting the best for all of humanity without condition. That's key in order to reach pure light. So, take care, everyone. Have a beautiful day. And, remember that, for everything that you go through, these records keep going up. So it's like we can focus on us, but what we're seeing is real. And it's not in the best interest of anyone. So let's all be nice to one another. Let's try to, do what we can to make the world a better place, and not just say it to be seen. Validation is the #1 killer for all of humanity. As far as for women, before I leave, just want to say, for the women out there who are beautiful inside and out, to remain that way. This is what women are about. You don't have to fall into, the negativeness that we're seeing out there. let those people be who they are. Doesn't let that affect you. And for the good men out there who, are doing things to, make the world a better place and speaking up for all people and to, taking these stances, taking the stance, for you guys, that's a big thing. For the men who believe in themselves, that's awesome too, because that's what all good women out here need. And, as far as a good man, someone who stands for something greater than themselves. And for the ladies out there who are standing for something greater than themselves, beautiful, beautiful. So we're far and few, but we're here, and our voice is louder than the masses. It's because we're being listened to. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Be the best person that you can be, men, women, and children around the world. Peace and blessings.